There are so many devils on so many levels, oh Jah. Will want to hurt the reggae soldier. Keep them away from me, I pray. I pray. Keep me away. Keep me away, I pray, from the evilest ones out there. Jaja, you see them right and clear. Keep me away. Keep me away, I pray, from the evilest ones out there. And I walk on the righteous way. And the friend them a fraud. Friend, that come to your yard. Then I'm friend. Why? You know them. Then I pray to troll them. You know what they plan to do? Keep me away. Keep me away, I pray, from the evilest ones out there. You know them right and clear. Keep me away. Keep me away, I pray, from the evilest ones out there. And I walk on the righteous way. Then you want along. Anybody here? The lion. I don't fight the one. So much I can bear. So much unfair. So much deceivers out there. Keep me away. Keep me away, I pray, from the evilest ones out there. Jaja, you see them right and clear. Keep me away. Keep me away, I pray, from the evilest ones out there. I'm here. That's my prayer, you know. That's my kind of prayer. Keep them away from me, oh Jah. So many devils out there. Yeah, so many evilest people out there. Keep them away from me. Boom! He's here. Live and direct. Yeah, again. Again in the tube, live and direct. Big up Leslie. Yellow Crystal Warrior in the house. Yeah. Evidently, I made after a mature reflection. After a mature reflection, I came to the realization that evidently Babylon can't represent me, can represent none of us. So we must rise and shine and start creating, you know. That's what we are. We are creators incarnate. So, you know, it's time to start networking and like I say all the time, bring the vibes up. It's not very, there's no secret. There's no secret to, first of all, to success or to anything. It's an inner state, first of all. Like, I like Cookie the Herbalist posted something on Facebook about conquering stress. And, you know, for me, conquering the stress, like it's stressful doing that. I'm always a bit tense. I'm always a bit nervous. Always, it might not look this way, but I kill my stress by laughing. This is how I kill my stress. I kill all the stress emotion, and I rise and shine every day. That's my best way to conquer the stress of Babylon. Because for sure, every time I come here, I get that same. Maybe if I don't smoke before, I'll be less stressed. But no, I don't think it's the smoking. I think the smoking come and ease the ride for sure. Like good marijuana is always good. It's always good for the spirit. It uplifts the spirit. Yeah, for sure. So so evidently after major reflection, you know, I came to the decision that I should create something out of my life, and that's what brought me to YouTube. You know my story. I stick to my story also, you know. It's not about another person's story. It's about you and your story and sharing it to the world. This is what inspires people. And you must listen to your inspiration also when you are called to do something, when you feel you are, like you feel inside the drive, like you gotta transform all these bad emotion that we have from Babylon into an internal drive. It's got to start driving you every day. This is how I see it. Like, I see this as a, I would be nervous too. No, for sure. It's very nerve wracking. Like, not nerve wracking. Like, I don't get super stressed, but I get the butterfly in my stomach every time I come live on YouTube. It's the same feeling all the time. It's the same. And I guess it's the same also for a singer that goes sing on stage. It's always the same feeling. And that's what, I feed on. I feed on that feeling a lot because it's important. I listen to this inner calling and I just go on and I pray for Jah to keep the evilest ones away from me. That's for sure. Because I'm on a journey. I'm on a, it's never easy when you start burning what Babylon says. A lot of people are going to think you're crazy. Especially your family. Your family will think you're gone cuckoo and that. But if you don't care about what people think of you and you take your life as a mission like it's supposed to be, I think we should all take our life as a big mission, as something we have to, okay, we have to face our daily responsibilities in life. Like paying our bills. It's just that is a big thing because we have to go to work or things like that. It's very hard to survive in Babylon. It's a survival game. It's not easy, but if you expect life to be easy, it's going to be hard also. So expect it hard. Expect life to be hard and always, don't go towards what what you want. Don't buy what you want and stuff like that. Buy what you need, like Melissa said in our hangout. It's very important. We just got to reshift our thinking also to get out of this realm of materialism, of a linear construct and stuff. Everything that is divine is, to me, outside of this plane of existence. It's on this plane of existence, but it's not in that. It doesn't act in the matrix, or it's outside the matrix. Like, that's how I think freeing your mind and stepping out the matrix for me is. It's really aligning myself with the divine vibrations that are available, but it's not in this illusion, confusion world that but the confusion is in your head. It's in your head because the trees are not confused, the river is not confused, the mountains are not confused, so the fishies are not confused. All the animals are not confused, but they may be confused with the way we're treating them. But I mean, they are. You put them in a natural environment, and it's just because we've been denatured a lot by being put into cities and stuff like that. It takes the vibration from. Boom! Wisdom is in the house. Big up, Vince, my bro Vince. Yeah, no. Every time, that's it. And what I was saying. I was talking about I don't know. I lost what I was saying. I was talking the cities. Yeah, to take us out, to take our synchronization with nature away, because this is what we gotta do. Like, we gotta resynchronize with nature. I was up at 5 o'clock again this morning. Like, this is one thing I want to stick to, is really be up at 5 every morning. And I was out looking at the sun. Like I told you, I've been complaining that we have no sunshine. It's 2 days in a row now. 2 days in a row the sun is shining and the weather is sweet. Yeah, but the weather could be sweeter. Like, it's a bit chilly still, but it's getting there. And when it's there, that's the thing we must do, to synchronize with nature more and more. And that's going to help us find our way also, because this is just nature vibes. Yesterday I made a video. I just put down my camera and I recorded for 10 minutes the nature vibes. Just that nature vibes, and just there looking at the falls. I like the sound of the rushing water, the sound of nature. It's very like, I was almost falling asleep on the video yesterday on the side of the river, just hearing the rushing water. Like, it's very when you go into nature and you start looking at things also, it takes those thoughts away, like the stress and all the worries. And just stare at the moon. Just stare at the moon and tell me if you think about something else than staring at the moon. Do it, try it, or go in nature and just look at the waves, the waterfalls falling down and stuff. It's very, very. It makes you mid-state. it makes me mid-state. This is what I was doing on the side of the river. That I did video with Sam, and that's what I was telling Sam. I said that's a state of mid-station. Synchronizing with nature is very, very important. That's what we have lost. We have lost a lot of synchronization. We're totally unsynchronized, especially with ourselves. So no, it's just to rebalance, and it's not to freak out with that. You don't need to think you're a super enlightened being, different than others. You're just questioning things and living the normal way, the way it should be. So it's not because we're very, I might talk about stuff people don't talk too much about, but I mean, it's just to me normal that we use our voice. That we stop being echoes and that we use our voice. We all have a beautiful voice, a beautiful light. That is for sure. You all have your story has something to bring to someone, for sure. Like, we all have a story. We all have survived our worst moment. Okay, this is the thing. This is the thing here. I survived my worst moment. I had moment very, very stressful that I thought I was never going to make it, or there was no way out. But there's always a solution to be found. Always, always. And if you stress, like, take the stress off your mind. Synchronize with nature and take the stress off your mind. This is the best way to start awakening, to start feeling the divine vibes. It's aligning with them. So me, it's very important that every day, exactly, I take the next step to greatness. And the step to greatness is it's one day at a time. I live my life one day at a time. I stress a bit. Like, you see, now the stress is gone. And now the stress is gone. It's been 7 minutes and the stress is gone. Now I'm becoming comfortable. So, I always have, and this is what I love. And you see 707, 7 watchers. You see? 707, 7 watchers. I think you can all see it. Me, I have 707 on my computer and 7 watchers. You see, this is synchronicity, and bang. You see, I pick up those signs, and those signs make me really, really powerful. This is the thing. When you start recognizing synchronicity around you, and that you create that synchronicity, like, I have created this because I said the stress is gone, bang, 777. And, this is what you have the power to create. And I'm not saying that... for sure, this come from, our thoughts were so much more powerful than we can ever begin to even dream of. You cannot even dream how much you're powerful. This is the thing. And just to start, anyway, I know what... but it's a great joy also. Joy, like I said, I posted a video. Joy is the active... way of being, or something like that I put. You have to exude joy. We must exude joy. Like, we must rise above all the negative stuff of Babylon. It's a very, very there's lots of light, but I mean, the people are kept in the dark. So until you and I went to a celebration yesterday for my daughter. I was in the Babylonian church. And anyway, I was seeing the stuff in there, and it's like we seem to also have become very comfortable with the evil stuff. So this is why we don't see the illusion also. We're very comfortable in that realm. Most of us, like, it took me many years before I realized the wrong I was doing, all the madness I was creating, self-creating. Because did you see the billboard that IPS helped crowd funding that reads research flatter? No, the billboard that IPS helped crowdfunded that. Yeah, research flattered. I mean, research flattered. I always found something a bit weird with that. Like, I don't know, research flattered, because at first, research flattered could be a great starting point, but it could be confusing also. It could end up being very confusing to start researching right away into flatter, because there's a lot of many other dots to join, I think, before you get the realization that even the shape of the earth you live on, you've been told, is a lie. Like, there's a lot of realization to lot of dots to join. I think it's I think it's bringing very much confusion very fast in the mind of people that are not even aware that they don't know that they don't know. So I'm thinking about those people that have absolutely never heard the word Babylon, never heard anything about like something real. Like so it's very it's a personal journey, I think, the awakening for sure. But to put people in under more confusion and more I don't know. I think we must. And what does it change that 2 million, 3 million, 4 million people on YouTube look at something stuck in my mouth? Look at truth or stuff. What does it? Yeah, it might create an impact. It might create some kind of but it's still only on YouTube. You know, YouTube is YouTube. We must also bring it into, but it's getting more and more into mainstream and stuff. I don't know. But I think it's very confusing, the whole thing, especially if you never heard about anything about, I don't know. That's my thought on it, but I don't know. Cindy is here. Big up, Cindy. Big up, Cindy. Big up yourself. Yeah. Rise and shine. No, it's there's a lot of lies in the world, and if we like, my focus is not really on uncovering every lies, because the whole world is a stage. Once you realize that, I don't know, you move away from that. You move away from that realm of low vibration, and you just start creating more, and you start creating your own legacy, your own life. It's a rebirth. It's a rebirth after you discovered all this. And me, I feel like, come on, I never felt so young in my life. Like, just that, it brings you to your life. Like, c'est comme une fontaine de jouvence. C'est comme une fontaine de jouvence. Tu sais, c'est très, comment je pourrais dire ça? It's very uplifting. Very uplifting for sure. I found a lot of strength into all the research I've done, but not so much research, but the video I watch. It's the video I watch and the book I read, and I don't know, all this mixed together. At one point, you integrate everything, and you keep learning and learning every day, and it just brings you to more awareness and more conscious, and more, you shine more. Like, I don't know. I'm not different than anybody. I'm not cut from a different cloth, like I say all the time. We're all we're all in the same boat too. So argue about the shape or this and that. It's important to know that we are lied to, because then you're like, okay, why am I lied to? I must be pretty freaking powerful, and together we must be able to create a change. So this is where, the coming together and making it work takes a very, very big place. That we must start network. But that's me. I'm being the change I want to see in the world, and especially with I think reggae music can bring a whole new dimension to this plane. Reggae music is my tool for starting to awake. I mean, you have to start with music. I think it's, many people will say, okay, music industry is controlled and everything. But if you go to independent artists and people like Teacher D or Greg Rose, Perfect Gidsmani, or many others like Cookie the Herbalist, I can name them all. They're all greats. Defu Chaman. These guys are really putting their art out okay, they have a career, they want to build it, but who doesn't want to have a career or something? Like, you want to do something for also, you want to transform your dream into something you can live from. That's the goal. You want to create your own thing, your own legacy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with going to get what you want in the world. Never feel guilty for wanting more than the average people. You don't have to feel guilty for that. I know I want more in life. Not more possession, but I want more greatness than the average people. And I'm allergic to average. I'm really not comfortable with average. Really not. And that's why I'm here. And that's what we have to become, some allergic to average. The average people will not seek too much out of the conceived reality. So what they've been given and what they don't ask question too much. People don't ask question. So this is just and we think like we cannot. We feel small. We feel small compared to the world. Many, but that's their goal also to put us like on the ball, very very small in the vast universe with many planets and other life forms and other people far away from galaxies away. When it's total nonsense. They send us picture of galaxies, but they can take a picture of the Earth. Total nonsense. Like when you start just reflecting on this, you're like, okay, you start looking at stuff and oh, whoops, what have I missed here? Like I must have missed something along the way. Like that's what happened to me. I like, whoa, I missed something bigger. Why have I, never really? But because we trust them, we trust them blindly. The blind leads the blind. So it's up to us to conscious people of this earth guardians to come together and make it work and try to bring more people to a higher state of awareness. A higher state of awareness. Being aware is crucial. Being aware of who you are, especially because this is what also is the goal in all this is us rising. So if we can do this all on an individual level and bring our life to a much, like, it's not that your life is shit or stuff like that, it's not that, but you can bring out more of your life for sure. We can always do more. We can always do more, become more, and like we should not stay on pause. But many people are comfortable with the pause button and they stay stuck. And I think we have possibility to get unstuck once we open our minds and look at the world and realize how powerful we are and everything that the divinity we have, and we don't need to reach out to a temple to find our divinity and stuff. It changes the whole vibration into your body also. Like a lot of things will change during an awakening for sure. People don't give a shit. I go eat aspartame in GMS and take all your... Yeah, but I think it's because also by ignorance, and there's a great deal of ignorance on Earth. I don't think it's people really don't give a shit. I think we're just really with our eyes shut, and we don't questions and we trust them blindly. And like I think there was something that was telling me that needles were not very good, but I still probably did it. I think to my children when I don't know if they got vaccinated. I don't remember, but I don't consider, like, if I put myself in people's shoes, I don't think I didn't give a shit. Like, honestly, it's just because you don't know that you don't know that you don't know. You're ignorant, and ignorance is one of the worst disease here on Earth. If people are ignorant and are kept in ignorance, and they don't want to move out this ignorant state. So, or they don't have the tools or the strength or it's something you have to build yourself up with experience, with many different things to build your strength. But to say that if I put myself in the shoes of other people, because I don't like to even call them sheep or stuff, to me it's very like, we must remain very polite, very polite, very polite, and with compassion and love, because we were there before. We were probably there once in our life doing all that stuff. So me, I don't judge people. Judge not before you judge yourself. That's very important. And if you start judging people for what they do, you've probably been there. So it's just an ego trip. It's just another ego trip. We get caught into this. I get caught often. I'm not telling you to to not anyway, that's my view. I think we should just take it easy, and if I put myself back in those days, for sure, like, you don't know that you don't know. So it's very hard for people to get a little bit of I don't know, and we don't we don't question things. We don't anyway, it's very... Hold on 2 seconds. He's here. Boom! Back. Yeah. So it's just that we're... me, I'm being careful when it comes to that's it, to judging people, or because everyone is at their point in their journey where they should be. Like, it doesn't mean not everybody is meant to awaken this lifetime. If it would be the case, the world would be changed. So you have the proof right there that probably not everyone is meant to. Like, I think we'll probably come back here, come back until we wake up, and when you wake up and you become a star here, or not only a star, like, I don't want to consider me as a star, but when you start shining, because stars are shining, right? So when you start shining and you start, like, really embracing your divinity and sharing it with the world, I don't know, there's something that's gonna happen. There's something, I don't know how to explain it. Me, I'm just a guy here on earth, in the body, and in this form. I'm in form. So it's not in this dimension of form. This is what I explain all the time. Here I can only explain what is in the world of form or stuff, but it's outside of this. Like, I don't know, it's like when we have to dissolve all this ego and all this stuff to really access the. Anyway, to me, it becomes clearer and clearer as the journey goes on. As I awake my conscience more and more, even that, it's just word. It's just, I think I'm just looking at life with open eyes. I'm just looking at life with open eyes, because if I start, a lot of things that we're gonna say will cause separation also, because you think you're more enlightened than others, or more, or it's just because I look at life with open eyes. That's all it is. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's very, very normal, very natural, something everyone should do at one point in their life. Open your eyes to life and say yes to your life. That's all. It took me a bit. Maybe I had major trauma in my life. Like, I was under major trauma from this world we live in. But people also, you don't feel the trauma so much until you realize the trauma. This is why I say we're all under trauma, but we don't know. We don't know that we're under trauma. I didn't know I was traumatized. Like, I knew when I started to come out and talk on YouTube, and then I realized, hey, I'm here to liberate my trauma. That feels great. So that's what happened, and that's why I keep coming every day. And every day is just, Sam Wolf is in the house. Big up, Sam. Yeah. My video partner from yesterday. You're gonna have some videos of me and Sam again. Yeah, we were on the side of the river, and we were mid-stating together. Yeah. Yeah, Sam and Suzanne is here. Oh, yes, Suzanne. Yeah, I didn't see you. Big up yourself, Suzanne. Yeah, that's it. It's just it's a constant realignment also that I do here, and it's not only to liberate. Yeah, I liberate my trauma. There's a lot of things I have to say to the world. You're gonna see me here for a long time. You're gonna see me here for a long time. I have a lot to say. I've always been very vocal. My mother told me I had a big mouth always. That's probably one of the things I always had is an ease to express myself, and now I just found a way to really work on it and to, I don't know, maybe someday something will happen out of this. I don't know. I don't know too much what I'm doing. I'm just taking action each and every day, and I'm in the dream. I'm in the dream of life, and we'll see what happens. But it's not like my first. My first mission is really to reach people's art, inspire people. That's how you want to inspire. You want to reach people's art, because I have reached mine. I found a way to my heart, and I think I found a way to open it also. And you have to crack it open. That's a must. Crack your heart open, and you have to stop caring about people, what people think of you, because this is a world anyway that is very confused. Once I realize the confusion, I'm like, what do I have to fear? Other than fear itself, everybody is just in trance, and they go on with their life. They don't. So it's a trend. So what do I have to fear except fear itself? I'm just speaking my mind here. I'm just liberating the trauma of Babylon, but I think it's a must to find a way to do that. Also, whether it's in painting, like I say all the time, write books or whatever. We all have something to share with the world, We all have something to do here. None of us is a random speck monkey floating on a ball. Forget about that. We're all very, very divine, very. But it's to reach in that divinity. It's to access it. Sometimes it's not always easy. You must dig, 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 and you will find. Seek and you will find. And me, I think you should just, just me. I say for sure. The light is there. The light is there for anyone that wants to get in contact with. It's in plain sight. It's there, but I don't know. And we get lost a bit too in the explanation of things. Like we want to make sense of everything that surrounds us when we don't really have the capability and then we lose ourselves a bit into this, like explaining many things, divine things, divine. Everything is intelligently designed, divinely designed here, and we live in love and grace. So we shouldn't. I don't know. Something tells me that we should. Sometimes I wish I had never researched conspiracy. Sorry, I'm in a bad mood, tired of working for Babylon. Yeah, but Cindy just. Yeah, well, I felt like that too. One day we get exhausted with Babylon. The stress of life is very, very potent on us. But this is why also staying very, very motivated every day and bring. When you go to work, have in mind that you go help someone achieve their dreams, because that's what it is. When I was working, I was always in spirit that that bring the maximum there and always do my best, because I knew it was going to help the company, and the owner of the company has a dream. He's working on a dream, so, but this way, I always said that something divine one day will come and help me on my own. I just trust in the journey, but always go to work with the spirit that you go help someone achieve their dreams, because if you help the maximum people achieve their dreams, you will achieve yours. Simple as it is. And that's the spirit we must be rewired for that kind of spirit also. It's a work you have to do on yourself, and just me, but that's the way I see it. It's bring the best you can into your workplace, with your coworkers, put a smile on their face. This love, we can all, in everything that we do in everyday life, we can do something that's gonna make other people inspired or something. So you have something to share, Cindy. I'm sure you have a heart full of love, and just go in there and with the spirit that you help them achieve their dreams. Even if you if your job make you sick, think of another job, for sure. But if your job doesn't make you sick and you can deal with it, I always was able to deal with my jobs. I had jobs that was really, really challenging me. Like I was always starting at the bottom of the company and going up. And, it's always that. Keep yourself motivated. Reach higher echelon in the company. And when there's no more challenge, you seek other challenge. That's what I did. After 13 years in one company, I had no more challenge. I knew pretty much all the machine, and they wouldn't give me the big machine to operate the big machine. So I said, okay, bye-bye. I'm going to another challenge. And that's what I did. I had to take risks, taking a risk, quitting after 13 years. But I couldn't endure the fact that I had no more challenge. I had to be challenged. I like to be challenged. I like the stress of the challenge. I like stuff that makes me stretch. So then I move on to another company, and then I started again from scratch. There was nothing in the warehouse. We just brought in the machine, and it was a complete different process of extrusion also. So it's instead of being bubbles, it was sheet. It's very, very different. Not the same die. I had to relearn everything from scratch. Not the extrusion process, but the die itself. It's very different. So it's very, but I stretch for 2 years until I fucking break my freaking leg, and then I end up on my ass. But yeah, I never, I always, and then, I found a way to rise again with YouTube. That's another way that I give myself to stay motivated and to work on my things day in, day out, because I have to create something. I'm working on something, on building something for sure. It's not only YouTube. YouTube, I use that to stay motivated, to uplift my spirit, to stay on track, to stay focused. So I have different things that I use, but yeah, for sure it's part of a dream. But I mean, I don't know if the dream will happen, or I think it's happening now. I think if I'm in the here and now, it's kind of happening. But I don't stress with outcome and what's gonna happen tomorrow or in the five. Like I don't really. I live my life each and every day with the spirit of rising and shining, and I don't know. To me, it's very, very natural now. It becomes natural with less and less stress because the more action you're gonna take, the more momentum you get into your stuff. Like I'm gone with this thing in the morning. Like this is a very, very positive start for the day. It's I think it's crank us all to it's time to crank up. Like Perfect says, crank up, people, crank up. We work a lifetime spending more time than at home for most. Yeah, an enjoyable work life is optimal for the mind and body to thrive. Yeah, I always said that. I always said that. Like, I was working like sometimes 1 month I worked the whole month of May, 29 days straight, 12-hour shift at night, the whole month. I said if I stop one day, I'm gonna collapse. So I worked the whole month, 29 days straight. So do you think I was home? Not too much. 2 hours traveling in this, so 14 hours per day gone. So I come home, I have 10 hours left. Maybe like I have to sleep. So I have no. You come that you have no time to even think because you work, and so this I know how it feels. I know how this feels, but yeah. But I always like I not because I wasn't enjoying it. Like I always been a hard worker for sure, and that's even Sam will tell you. Sam told me the other day, he said, "I've never seen someone work as hard as you and be so consistent." But that's a natural internal drive for me. I'm very driven to greatness, very driven to, and always been that way. Always been that way when I was. Always knew I had something special. Always knew I had something special, but never really brought it out before the age of 40, maybe something like that. A few years ago. But now it's just like I'm becoming more mature also. Like, I don't know. I feel very young even at my age. Like, that's the thing. When I was 15, 16, I thought at 40 years old I was going to know everything and I was going to be old. That's what I was thinking. I was looking at my parents and I was like, am I going to be old like that? Like, but today I look at it and I don't know. I don't feel old. Like it's very weird how we perceive the old age and the our elders and like the spirit. As long as you keep the spirit, like the body is just the body. But anyway, I think it's just very much what you put in your heart each and every day, and what you do with your life. But yeah, the concept of being older, or maybe your body feels it for sure. If you're my age and you wake up without pain, you're probably dead. That's what I say all the time. We all have little pains and little stuff. If you wake up without it, you're dead. So if you wake up with pain, at least it makes you feel alive. It makes you feel alive. Me, the pain body, I use it as fuel. It's present every day. Every day it's present. So that pain body is speaking through me also, and that's what you gotta let do. Also, we all have pain bodies, and I'm not just talking about physical pain, knee pain or stuff. Spiritual pain too. A lot of us are in under trauma, under pain. So it's very good to liberate, that pain. That anyway, that's a good way for me to do this here. We have to build our empire instead of grow someone else's. Yeah, but it's okay even if for a moment of time you work for someone else in your life. It's okay. Don't stress out with that. There will be a time when you will be ready, and also you get a minimize during the time you work for someone else. That don't consume so much and put money aside and build your own dream. You have to be for sure. No. You can't count on Babylon to represent you. So, like I said, just create something. We can all do that. When the wave turns off in the radio we live in, it will live on with the basic of understanding how the world surrounds us works. We can use that to have the thinking mind grow in eternity. Yeah, exactly. I don't think we should really stop ourselves to think that like that this reality is the only reality that there is. I think we should look beyond just, I don't know, lift the curtain of illusion, even of yourself, of who you are, because I've realized that like it's not so much because I've changed or something like that. There's something that probably grow inside me. It's not, I think, a change. It's more a growing process that you go under. You become more, I don't know, more conscious, or I don't know. One has to decide to make the change. Do something to enrich one's life. Follow one's passion and joy. I always sold my heart, decided early I wasn't going to join the system. Yeah, big up Suzanne. Big up Suzanne. You know, that's what we, but one has to decide. And the big step is to decide to decide. You know, that's the major step. Me, that was a big step for me. For me, my journey, if you take my example of coming on YouTube and starting to speak my mind and inspire people and working on something, it was it was to decide, because I knew I wanted to do it for several months until I decided one day to take my phone and I said, it's today. It's today is the day. That's the first video I made with my phone in my backyard. I said, this is it. I have enough. It's time to build the strength. It's time to to let the stress fade away, to let all the bad vibration go, and just rise and shine. You know, and then I went on, and I did many videos, talked to myself a lot. It's a process that you have to find yourself. You have to find yourself in this troubled world, in this troubled matrix, and it's to find yourself. And for this, you need silence, and you need to reflect. Reflect means talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. It's very, very good. Take a camera, put a microphone on it, go outside in nature, and talk to yourself. Even if you don't post it to YouTube, just do it. Just do it. Just do it for the reflection you're gonna make. And I'm telling you, come back and tell me it's not making you feel better. Come back and tell me this. For sure, I'm gonna tell you, hey, come on, impossible. So just do the exercise. You know, even if you don't know what you have to do, even if you don't know what you're calling, you still have to practice it. You still have to practice it. This is the thing. You cannot sit on your greatness. So you have to start practicing it. We all have phones, so take your phone, go in the wood, and talk to yourself. Even if you don't post it anywhere, or post it on YouTube private. That's what I used to do. I used to put my video private, and only me were watching them, and then I started releasing them, and that's how I did my process of accepting myself also, and rising in love with the person I am. So I don't know. It's that's what I suggest. Go out in nature, take a cam, put a microphone or your phone. Just take your phone or whatever, a GoPro. Me, I have a GoPro. It's wonderful. It's on a stick. It's very light. I can carry it everywhere. Like I went out this morning. I did you another video. I was with the sunrise this morning again. Sunrise. I don't know if it's rise or if it come to us. I don't know. But the sun was there. Sunrise. I don't know but it doesn't rise because it's just like, I don't know. It's so confusing. The sun was there this morning early, shining bright. You know, that's better than, I don't know, any other thing that I can assume rising or anyway, just words. But yeah, could never do it on my own. I have 10 acres of virgin woodland in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. Come, we grow one community. Oh, yeah, yeah. If the Babylonian would let me... if the Babylonian would let me over the border... Because here it's very weird, Canada, USA. You think they're very, very friendly, but as soon as you have a little offense on your criminal record, that I have got cut for marijuana possession, 1.5 grams, and it's still showing on my record, and for that, they won't let me cross the border. Can you believe that? It's crazy. I'm right here. The border is like 10 kilometers away from here. because I got cut with 1.5 grams on the day of my birthday. I was 18 years old, I think, something like that. I got hit by a car. I was on a bike on the Metropolitan Boulevard in Montreal. Like, it was a bit crazy. Yeah, it was the day of my birthday of my ego. Yeah, and I was going on the thing, and a car hit me, and I flew, and the police came and they found weed on me. Oh, big criminal! So they pulled me in the station and all that, and yeah, they gave me a record, $50 fine, a $50 fine in court for having 1.5 grams, and for that I cannot cross the border. I've been refused once, and I cannot go back. Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy. So you think it's very easy to cross the border for us here into United States? Come back again. Come back again. Many people are turned away, turned back, and yeah, it's very. So if I could go to New Hampshire, I would, Suzanne. But I need a waiver. You need a waiver. They ask you a waiver, papers. To waive the charges or something, and it's like, it's a money-making machine. It's a money-making machine just to grab your money, and it's like $2,000 or $1,500 too. So it's a bit of money. So I'm not that much in a rush to go to USA. Maybe if one day I have to go, or but I don't know. To me, we can tunnel you in. Yeah, we should tunnel me in. That's it. We'll dig a tunnel and bring me to the Babylonian into USA. Yeah. But no, I've been to USA before. I've been several times until one day they asked me a question at the border. And the guy says, "Have you ever been caught with marijuana?" He asked me that. But I could not lie. I'm not a liar like you guys. I can't lie. I said, yes, I get caught with 1.5 grams. So he pulled me over, searched my old car. Search my old car. I was there for half an hour, and he said, boop, turn around. You can never go back to the United States. That's how they are. A very, very police state. It's a police state, big time. And it's like that all over now. They think they're, ask your pardon, but it does nothing, the pardon. It does nothing because it's still not, you cannot go back into the United States. When they refuse you, they refuse you. You need a waiver. You need to go through their system. I need to send papers to the Ministry of the Interior of the United States. Yeah, it's the Congress or something like that, and it's a big process. And you gotta have people helping you. I had a guy. I started the process at one point, and I let go. I don't know. I was into something else. I let go. But you are too kind, telling the truth to Babylon at your own cost. Yeah. No. But I know. But I could not lie. I'm not liars like them, so I could not lie. I tell them, and they turned me around. So now I'm stuck in Canada. I'm not that stuck. It's my country, but it's my country. It's the place where I live. I mean, I came in flesh here, so I'm okay here. I'm okay here. It's a great place. It's very, very big. The country is very big. It's not like I live in a small to Vancouver. I can go anywhere in Canada. It's just I cannot cross the United States border. So it's all that for like, it's so crazy. But anyway, that's the system we live in. Yeah, I drove up to Rochester years ago and made up a wrong turn. Wound up at the Canadian border. I had fireworks in my car. Lucky enough, I was able to talk my way back to the U.S. without any incident. Yeah, even the Canadian border, for people coming from the U.S. and Canada, they're very, very strict too. Me, I was always nervous. This is one thing that, crossing the border makes me so. I'm sure everybody's like that. It's like being stopped by the police. Everybody gets those little, like, no matter what, they are intimidating, and that's the game also. I know you can be very strong and not be intimidated, but it's not my case. I admit my vulnerability to those things, and when you cross the border, always got nervous, very nervous. Like, I hate this thing. It's so unnatural. So unnatural to have Babylonian people controlling me just on the road. Like, the only borders we should have should be mountains, oceans, and stuff like that, not in between Canada and USA, or have countries. That's why they divide everything on the earth, all countries and all separation and borders and stuff to divide us. For sure. But I always got very nervous crossing the border. It's I don't know. Maybe they find a grain of weed in my car or something, and they're gonna put me in jail or something. So I always got very nervous, and I always hated the process. And yeah, but you know, I don't know. That's me. Might be very strong and not have that feeling when you cross the border or the police or stuff. But I think that's their game also, to be intimidating and to intimidate us. So they play their game well. Yeah, yeah. We will crowdfund a coyote to help you cross the border. Yeah, but yeah, you can get a waiver. My husband had two when first. No, I know I can get a waiver. It's just I don't have the money for it. I'm not. No, no, and it's not, I don't care honestly. If I have to go to USA, I don't know. It's not. It's not something that absolutely attract me. United States, it's very police state. I don't know. It's if I have to go, I'll do the necessary process to get there, but doesn't stress me out at all. Doesn't stress me out. I go to my chilling spot and I have a great place to chill, and I think I get satisfied with very very minimum stuff. I don't need very much in life to be happy, and if I have to have a waiver, I'll go for it. But I don't know. It's right now I'm putting my money somewhere else than giving it to the Babylonian people in the States just to cross their lines. To say I'm going to the United, and the change is so like the difference with the money is so high now. It's crazy. You lose so much. So I don't know. I'm okay here until something else happen. I'm okay here. But yeah, that's my story with the Babylonian in USA. I still have this 3-bedroom app for your vacation spot in Connecticut. Yeah, yeah. I wish I can go one day. One day. They stopped me at the U.S. border returning from Canada. Pulled over because my last name is Aldea. They thought I was Islamic. My heritage is Hungarian Romanian. Aldea is a Romanian surname. Yeah, they go by profiling for sure. And look at my face for sure. But I had no beard at that time. I think I had just a goatee or something. But for sure they would profile me too. It's very, very. They go by. But me, I don't fit in, and I don't intend to fit their madness. But it's very, very Babylonian. Very Babylonian. But ultimately, they always win. It just take a little more time fighting the system. Exactly. I like the videos of people in the US crossing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I seen that. I seen a video the other day crossing the border. What are you saying? Crossing any border, they tell the police they do are citizen and ask to move on without being detained. Yeah, 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 yeah. I seen that, and it's not. I don't. Maybe it's at the border, but I think it's at the immigration checkpoint in the U.S. There's several videos on YouTube of people challenging them and stuff like that, saying they are a sovereign citizen or something. They have nothing to do with their madness and they cannot stop them, or I don't know what they say, but you can look at it on the. Yeah, I can go to Jamaica. I can go anywhere in the world but USA. Anywhere in the world but USA. I have my passport. I can take the plane now and go to France, anywhere in the world, except United States. Oh, isn't it crazy? I live right beside them. Like Canada and US, aren't they friends? Oh yeah, they're that. Oh yeah, so friendly. You know, that's why but that's probably a setup in prison. Mark Emery. I think Mark Emery. Who is Mark Emery? I wonder. I was looking at that the other day. Who is Mark Emery? Yeah, very interesting. Dangerous Canadian sneaking Putin over the border. Yeah, Putin is very, very, very big here. Yes, any U.S. border, no reason to be stopped within the U.S. if a citizen. Yeah. Oh, it's any U.S. border. I don't know. Yeah, but the stuff I seen was people going through checkpoints, immigration checkpoints. But there could be borders involved too, for sure. No one should be detained unless perceived they have committed a crime. Yeah, but that's the thing. We always, every time I see them, I feel guilty without having done nothing. That's what the badge makes me feel. Every time I see their badge or their guns or stuff like that or their uniforms, I feel guilty without having done nothing. And that's pretty much a feeling we all have. We every time we like sitting at the chilling spot, I see those green bottom come, and I'm like, uh, what have I done? Like you feel guilty and you've done nothing. But that's the madness that they want to put over our minds, and that's the way they control also the matrix by us being in fear, for sure. Guilty of knowing the truth. Yeah. What is a crime in their eyes? The true sign of hate, a badge, and a gun. Yeah, but this is what the sign, just to see their badge and their uniforms and their guns and taser and all kinds of stuff around their belt. It's like very, very. Why do we have nothing? You know, why do they have the harm and the weapons and we have nothing? Like, but we have weapons. We have the word, sound, and power. That's our weapon. We're not gonna fight unconsciousness anyway. We're not gonna fight unconsciousness. We'll become like them. If we start fighting them, we'll become just like them, unconscious and in an ego trip. So it's just raising the vibration. Don't start fighting Babylon, and you put them down with your fire. Burn Babylon with the fire inside, and listen to your inspiration. Very important. Conquer stress every day by rising and shining. Very important. If you can focus on that, I have sent a long time ago free men on the land letters to RRS like Santos. I cannot go to US too. I'm a domestic terrorist, as they call it. Yeah, yeah. The USA is very. I think many of us cannot go to USA. It's not many Canadians cannot go to USA just because of little things on criminal records like weed or little stuff that they tag you for. Or anyway, I'm not really interested to go to that Trump mania stuff, but I don't know. To me, land is a land. Wherever I roam, I'm home. So it's not because it's. And if I have to go, I'll go, but I'll get the papers. But it's not something in priority on my mind. Not a priority on my mind. I can do without. Exactly. I need a passport to go to Canada. Yeah, yeah. Do American citizens need a passport to come to Canada? We need a passport anyway to go to USA. Even that, we need a passport or the driver's license with the passport and the driver's license. Like they make it very before. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Just take it 15 years ago. Before 9/11, before their madness, the evil people put down those two towers and kill all kinds of people with their evilest doing. Prior to this, anybody could cross the border almost with nothing, with showing nothing, almost no ID. Yeah, I don't think you had to show even ID or something. They were just asking you where you're going, and you are going. Like it's very, very. You didn't need a passport right away. That was their goal also, to create the terror and to bring more control. And it's all planned. And why do you think they did that? To restrict the access and to USA and make more money. You know, the more passport demand you make, the more Canadian government makes money on you. And even though they print it out of thin air, it's all pure madness. But all this is by design. You cannot think that they don't get together and plan things. Come on. That's how they control the world. They might not plan it in the parliament. These kind of things are not discussed in the House of Commons. Like, that's not where they discuss the madness. This is just smoke and mirrors. But the madness is discussed in two secret societies and places like that, for sure. They are elaborating the world many years in advance. If you think they don't know what's going to happen in 10 years, in 20 years, in 50 years, in 100 years, they know it all. They know it all. They know how everything's going to unfold because everything is planned. Just like 9/11 was planned, everything, all their madness is planned, whether with astral, celestial events or stuff like that, or, I don't know, numerology. Hey, listen, they're wicked. They're wicked, so they create wicked terror. And anyway, we're waking up to it. That's a good thing. Cops are road pirates. I think cops are tax collectors. They are tax collectors. You look at it, it's tax collectors because most of the time they're there to give tickets or stuff like that. Some take their, like, I respect still policemen and stuff like that, but it's just the uniform and the badge I don't. But the man behind the uniform and the badge and the human or we human, the person behind the badge and the thing I respect a lot. It's just the it's just the Babylon stuff I have problem with. It's not the people, or it's the mind of the people, the twisted mind and the Babylon stuff, the Babylonian nonsense that I have issues with, that I discuss here. It's not the people, it's not the guy behind the uniform, or it the uniform itself and the badge and the guns and the stuff. It's not the person. It's not personal. It's not about one person. It's about the shit stem. It's about the shit stem we live in. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, no such thing, Cindy, which it was, or we would all up in my Jeep. The distractors use things like that against us and our energy, for sure. They want to, the big money grab. Yeah, it's all about money. It's a money making machine. As long as they take money away from us, the maximum money away from us, they keep us in poverty, and the poor is getting poorer, and the rich is getting richer, and that's the world we live in. It's dog mentality, and we have to change that. We have to change that. More of us are becoming more conscious, realizing, synchronizing with nature and oneness and stuff. So it's a very, very promising time. Very promising time. I think we should remain positive. We should remain positive and rise above all that negative things, negative stuff, and negative energy, and evilest people, and pray God to keep them away from you. Yeah, would you bless? No man curse. Ha! Boom. So he's out, and he will be back another now. Have a great day, everyone. Rise and shine, and give thanks for life. He is out.